a fair system, right? If there is no free will, then it's not a fair system. Allah knows what's going to happen from before creation till eternity. He knows. But the system is a fair system because He has given us free will. Allah declares in Surah Isra, verse 63 to verse 65, go, for whoever of them follows you, indeed hell will be the recompense of you, an ample recompense. And incite, He's telling the Shaitan, and incite to senselessness whoever you can among with your voice, and assort them with your horses and foot soldiers, and become a partner in their wealth and their children, and promise them. But Satan does not promise except delusion. Indeed, over my believing servants there is for you no authority, and sufficient is your Lord as a disposer of affairs. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم وسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله على فضله وإحسانه واشكر له توفيقه وامتنانه واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله. In the next 3 minutes, as we wrap up this khutbah, just wanted to share with you that this is all from the Quran. The verses, and there's not enough time to go over them, on how to protect ourselves, how to protect ourselves against Shaitan. We talked about it already. This is, in a nutshell, the stronger you are in your deen, in your devotions, in your daily practices, in your salah, attentiveness in your salah, the more azkar you do, more istighfar you do, whatever it needs to be done to become closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the means of protecting against Shaitan. Imam Ghazali has mentioned 3 basic means to fend off and subdue Shaitan. He says fighting Shaitan and subduing him is done by 3 means. Number 1, learning of his plots and methods so that he would not have the boldness to attack you. So you need to know the plots, you need to know his plots and methods so that he wouldn't even have the boldness to attack you. Number 2, realizing the insignificance of his whispers so that you would not feel a sense of attachment, insignificance of his whispers. And number 3, to consistently remember Allah with your tongue and heart. In Surah Mujadala, verse 58, verse 19, Allah says, Shaitan has overtaken them, so he has made them forget the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when Shaitan overtakes you, you start to forget the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Verily, it is the party of Shaitan that will be the losers. So, in the next 1 or 2 minutes, 1 minute, what are the plots of Shaitan? And this is from the Quran. He calls to shirk and disbelief. He puts, doubts in your heart about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creation of Allah, the presence of Allah. Is there even a God? Things like that. Those are whispers of Shaitan. When something like that happens, you start to doubt and start to become suspicious of this grand scheme of God putting us here. Is this possible? Is it true? Just do kalama, just do istighfar, just do, wudu, so that the Shaitan whispers us, or defends us, or bounce back, and just do istighfar, just do kalama. Number 2, he calls to bid'ah, innovations in religious matters. So we have to protect ourselves against that. Number 3, he encourages to lie upon Allah. We basically, this is not true. Shirk, kufr, bid'ah, this is all of that. Number 4, he beautifies sins and disobedience. So, you know it's something sinful, right? When you know something is sinful and you see the beauty in that sin, remember that the Shaitan is beautifying that sin for you. So be cautious. Number 5, he tries to dissuade us from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 6, he causes division among people, in families, when a family breaks, please brothers move forward, people are standing outside. Please move forward. When families break up, it's Shaitan's victory. You know the famous hadith in which, the Shaitan goes and does all sorts of bad stuff and the big Iblis is like, this is nothing, this is nothing, this is nothing, till he comes and says, I made husband and wife have a fight or broke them up. He says, you come and sit on my throne. You did a really good job. So he breaks up families and breaks up brothers and sisters and parents and from children. This is his work. Number 7, to call an abandonment of prayer. So when he says, what do you have to do? What is this salah? These are whispers from Shaitan. So he calls us to abandon prayer from Quran. So splitting between husband and wife and beautifying falsehood. And he calls us to the obsession of this worldly life. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين وأقيموا الصلاة.